Hi everyone, welcome back to the Money Wine and Cheese Club TV. My name is Sarah, and as always, I'm here to talk about all things money and life. Now, this is the new series, the Sunday Scaries series. And if you don't know what all of that is about, it's a weekly series designed to help you overcome the Sunday evening anxieties that come with the start of a new week. Each episode tackles common sources of stress that go from money problems to unfinished to do lists, from feeling stuck in routines to navigating big life changes. So join me as we dive into topics that impact our everyday life, the midlife women's everyday life, with tips and reflections to help you find balance, calm, and renewed energy for the week ahead. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, this week we're going to be talking about tackling time management anxiety and finding weekly balance. The word balance just makes me want to ugh, because time balance, life balance, what is that? Does that even exist? I mean, I know we're all going after it, but does it exist really? Anyway, let's keep going. So today I have 10 tips to give you so that you can overcome Sunday evening stress and plan a balanced week ahead. It's Sunday evening and you're already feeling anxious about the week that's going to start tomorrow, stressing over feeling already behind, and the week has hardly even started. The looming to-do list, the packed schedule, and the constant balancing act can leave anyone feeling overwhelmed. Can you relate to that? I bet you can. Well, today we're diving into practical strategies to conquer that Sunday evening time management anxiety and set ourselves up for a successful week. I'm a planner addict. Okay, there I said it. I never met a planner I didn't like, and certainly not one ugly enough for me to write on. I don't want to mess it up. I like my planners to be there because I like them the way they are. I'm also the person who thinks that time spent planning is time away from doing the actual work. So, I mean, honestly, how do people do this? After taking courses upon courses on this same problem, like get organized, plan, time management. I actually came up with a plan. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's working for me. And I'm always reiterating it, I'm always changing it and trying to do my best for it to help me in the season of life I'm in, right? First step, embrace the power of planning. And this one is a huge one for me, okay? So, one of the best ways to ease time management anxiety is to have a clear plan. Who would have thought? Set aside some time to map out your week. Okay, like 30 minutes every Friday. I actually, when I finish work, I go over the next week. So I start planning my next week. I find that if I leave it to Sunday, I'm going to commit to things I shouldn't. And I actually need to tell my husband, update him on what the week is going to look like for me, if I need him to show up somewhere. So it's better. I prefer to know in advance what it's going to look like so that I can talk to him and see if we are on the same page, if he can be present where I need him to be. And for this system, I use a Google Calendar and a physical planner. I use the same one for personal and business stuff. I actually have a business planner that I use, that I created. So I'll leave you a link in the comments. First, identify your top priorities for the week. What absolutely needs to get done? Focus on those first, your non negotiables. Whatever happens, those things have to get done. Then divide larger tasks into smaller, manageable steps. And this makes them less daunting and easier to tackle. And a big one is don't mistake projects with things on your to do list. A project has a to do list of its own. It does not go on your list like, whatever you have that you need to do, some kind of remodeling or some kind of organizing. You need to break that into smaller steps and put those smaller steps in your to-do list, not the whole project in itself. Step number 2, set realistic goals. So it's essential to be realistic about what you can achieve in a week. Be honest about your time and energy levels. It's better to have a shorter, achievable to do list than a long one that sets you up for failure. Allow some buffer time between tasks to account for unexpected delays, and this helps prevent your schedule from becoming too rigid. My motto is under promise and over deliver. And for step number 3, create a morning routine. And I know what you're thinking. What? I don't have time for this. This morning routine does not have to take you 3 hours to accomplish. I mean, who has time for that anyway? So start with a basic routine that you can jazz up if you have the time to do so, but that you will be able to achieve in a few minutes if you don't have a lot of time. Starting your day on the right foot can set for a positive tone for the rest of the day. So try to wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends, because this helps regulate your body clock and improves overall productivity. Incorporate activities that energize you, whether it's a quick workout, a healthy breakfast, or a few minutes of meditation. Please don't try to do them all at once, or I predict you will be over and done with it pretty quickly. And for step number 4, use time management tools. Like I said, I use Google Calendar. I block out the time I'm working. I note all the tasks I need to do each and every day, which include movement, so my walks, look at my budget and bank account, and that's just peace of mind for me. I do that every single day. And what I planned for dinner. Don't ever underestimate meal planning. This is a huge one. But there are plenty of other tools and apps designed to help you manage your time effectively. It really depends what you prefer, what kind of tool you prefer. And step number 5, practice the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule is simple and effective. It's a great strategy to manage small tasks. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, you do it immediately. And this prevents minor tasks from piling up and becoming overwhelming. So I use this in my own life for example, straightening the pillows on the couch, putting the coffee cups in the dishwasher. I mean, why leave them on the sink? You can just put them away and it's fine, even if you don't wash that straight away. And also for my business, I use this. If I come across an email that will take me under 2 minutes to answer, I'll do it straight away. If I see somebody asking me a question, takes less than 2 minutes, I'm going to do that straight away. Because then, if I don't, I keep, in my mind, I've done it. I thought about what I wanted to answer that person, and then I go away without doing it, and I just end up forgetting to come back to it. So it's easier that way for me and it works. For step number 6, delegate and share responsibilities. Now, you don't have to do everything by yourself. Even though sometimes, yeah, I know you are better off doing that than asking anyone because you're going to have to explain the whole thing and, takes a lot of time. But seriously, what tasks can be delegated to others at work or home? Trusting others to help can lighten your load and get your family involved in household chores. I don't have people that will actually be online doing work for me, but I have someone who can take care of dinner or who can go pick up the groceries or whatever it is. I have someone that will be able to do that so that I can accomplish more things with my time. And step number 7, prioritize self care. Self care isn't a luxury. Did you know this? The eye roll? Yeah, I kind of did. I really need to tell this to myself often because it's the first thing to go out of the window when I feel overwhelmed and behind in my own life. Even, I mean, come on, is that even possible to be behind on your own life? But when you take care of yourself, you are managing stress and therefore you are productive. For me, I work better in large amounts of time and take longer breaks in between. There's no right or wrong here. I find that working for 25 minutes and having a break for 5 minutes breaks my flow and it's harder to get back to it. So I will work 2 hours and then just take like a 20 or 25-minute break. I go for a walk, I take care of laundry, whatever I feel like doing, and it doesn't feel like a burden. And, I'm happy to move for a few minutes while I put the dishes away, whatever it is I need to do. Get a coffee, get some water, go outside. That works for me better than constantly having little breaks. And step number 8, reflect and adjust. Your schedule is not set in stone. It needs to be flexible and it needs to change as your life changes. Regularly reflect on your time management and adjust as needed. And this is another reason why I love to plan my week ahead on Friday, because I can see what worked well and what didn't and adjust. Life is unpredictable and sometimes plans need to change, and that's okay. Step number 9, limit distractions. Now, identify and minimize distractions that can derail your productivity. For me, when I don't want to be interrupted by my family, I say, I have a call, and you can be sure no one's showing up near me if they think I'm talking to someone. So I'm not even talking to anyone, but I might have my headphones on so that they think I am actually talking to someone and they will not disturb me. And that works for me. But it can be as simple as scheduling going on social media at specific times rather than when you feel like it. Turn off notifications so you don't get FOMO when they pop up on the screen on your phone. I do this even with my email, with everything. I try to get rid of as many distractions as possible when I'm working. And when I'm doing housework, I put on music so that, I don't pick up my phone. Music helps to, keep me like entertained while I do my housework. And that works for me. And for our last step, number 10, seek support. Now, don't be afraid to ask for help. If you are struggling with time management and anxiety, it's not a small thing. You should notice it and you should address it because it's really important for your overall well being that everything runs smoothly. Yes, there are going to be mishaps, there are going to be changes, and that's okay. But you need to address it when you are feeling overwhelmed. These steps will help you start to really go deeper and see what works for you. There are 10 steps here. Maybe you'll try two, and they won't work exactly for you as they do for me. And you are going to tweak them and change them and adapt them to your own lifestyle and to your own personality. And that's fine. That's what these steps are for. Methods, they exist, but you need to make them work for you and not the other way around. So just remember, Sunday evenings don't have to be filled with dread and anxiety. By implementing these time management strategies or modifying them to suit you, you can take control of your week, reduce stress, and find a sense of balance. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. You've got this. Hey, thank you so much for sticking with me today. If you like this kind of content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel because it's a simple and free way that you can support me through this journey. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.